marathon taper is the last 2 or 3 weeks before race day when you cut your mileage back and you get your body and your mind ready for race day. Like many marathoners, I hate the marathon taper, but I do recognize that it is an important part of marathon training and a key part to how well your race day is going to go. So here are some do's and don'ts for the marathon taper, filmed on the run. It's common as you begin the marathon taper to question if you've done enough and maybe wonder if you should do a few extra runs now to make up for that one run that you missed 3 months ago. But trust your training. If you had a plan and you followed that plan, you're prepared. If you've missed a few runs along the way, you'll still probably be fine. Walk way less than you're used to and sleep way more than you're used to. This may feel strange to sit as much as you will be sitting, but you need to save your energy for your marathon that's to come. See yourself in your mind's eye executing your race plan to perfection. Try to keep your visualizations productive, but if any negative thoughts creep into your head, for example, you see yourself hitting the wall at mile 20, think about what you would actually do if that thing were to happen. For example, what would you think about? What nutrition or hydration steps would you take? So try to keep your visualizations positive, but if they do veer toward the negative, at the very least, keep them productive. Follow your plan, which for every plan I have ever seen means cutting back your mileage in the last 2 or 3 weeks, recovering and rebuilding for the marathon that's to come. If you've missed a few runs during your marathon training cycle, let them go. Do not use this time to make up for lost runs. Be boring, or at least be familiar. Eat foods you're familiar with and do activities that you know your body and your mind agree with. Save that new fusion restaurant or that new bar CrossFit hybrid workout until after your marathon. Expect your runs to feel way harder than they should during your marathon taper. While it can be very disconcerting to have a 3-mile run feel next to impossible a week before race day, it happens to many marathoners. As you near the end of your training cycle, you'll be mentally and physically spent. Know that it's not just you didn't do anything wrong, and it's not a sign of how well prepared you are or are not for race day. During your marathon taper, I can guarantee you're going to notice more people coughing and sneezing in your vicinity than you have ever noticed before. Washing your hands is a good preventive measure to hopefully prevent you from getting sick. Don't panic if your runs during the taper feel way harder than they should. And why, yes, I did rephrase a do to include this point twice, because it's very common and it's also very disconcerting. But it's common for runs during the taper to feel way, way harder than they should. But don't panic. Don't worry if you gain a few pounds during your taper. In fact, due to various physiological and nutritional reasons, you should expect to gain a few pounds during your taper. It's just one of those things, so ignore the scale during your marathon taper. Don't strength train or do anything too strenuous. A big part of the marathon taper is letting your body recharge and recuperate so that it's ready for the marathon that's to come. And doing any strength training or strenuous workouts can overtax your muscles in a time when they should be resting.